Good morning. In my previous video, we discussed about depreciation. We discussed about what is the meaning of depreciation, what are its features, what are the causes for depreciation. Later, we discussed about methods for calculation of depreciation like straight line method and written down value method. And we solved some problems on that straight line method and written down value method. I told you people what are the features of both the methods and how we should prepare asset account and depreciation account. So these are certain things which we had discussed in my previous videos, that is depreciation part 1 and depreciation part 2. Today's class is all about the another concept of this module, that is bank reconciliation statement. As I told you people, this particular module is consisting two concepts. First concept is depreciation and another concept is bank reconciliation statement. From this particular module, they may ask one 5 mark question and they will ask one 10 mark question. Suppose a 5 mark problem is on depreciation, 10 mark problem will come on bank reconciliation statement. If 5 mark problem is on bank reconciliation statement, then 10 mark problem will come on depreciation. As per my observation till today, most of the time they have asked bank reconciliation statement problems for 5 marks and depreciation problems for 10 marks. So very important module and quite interesting module. You people just need to understand the logic. By that you people will easily attempt the problems. Yes, let's see what is this bank reconciliation statement. See here. Here, lots of transactions will take place between business and bank. Business and bank. Here, records will be maintained by both the parties. That business will maintain certain records in connection with the transactions made with the bank, and even banker or bank will maintain records of the businesses. Meaning, here accountant he will maintain the records about transactions made with the bank in cash book, and banker he will maintain the records of business transactions in passbook. I mean, business will maintain cash book and bank will maintain passbook. What happens when the businessman will take printout of passbook, or you can say when he will compare the passbook balance and cash book balance, he may not find same figures. He will find different balances, or you can say he will find different amounts in cash book and passbook, in cash book and passbook. At that time, in order to understand the reasons that are causing differences between cash book balance and passbook balance, businessmen need to prepare a statement. That statement is called as bank reconciliation statement. When bank reconciliation statement will be prepared, when there is a difference in cash book balance and passbook balance. 3 column cash book, it gives us bank balance, it gives us bank balance. So that bank balance should be compared with the passbook balance. It must be same. Suppose if it is not same, then situation makes businessmen to prepare bank reconciliation statement. So let's see what is exactly bank reconciliation statement. It is a statement which is prepared by businessmen, which is prepared by businessmen to reconcile or to match the difference between bank balance as per cash book and bank balance as per passbook. See here, here businessman will maintain cash book, and on the other side banker will maintain passbook. At the end of the month, both the books must show same balance. But due to certain reasons, there will be difference in the balances of both the books. That particular situation makes accountant to prepare a statement. That particular statement is called as bank reconciliation statement. So bank reconciliation statement is prepared by whom? It is prepared by businessmen when there is a difference in cash book balance and passbook balance, and it is prepared to reconcile. It is prepared to understand the reasons that are causing the difference between bank balance as per cash book and bank balance as per passbook. So it is about meaning of bank reconciliation statement. And these are certain important features of bank reconciliation statement. First feature is it is a statement, not a account. It is a statement, not a account. And it is prepared periodically. That is at the end of the month, usually businessmen will prepare bank reconciliation statement only when they will find a difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. And another important feature is it is prepared by businessmen, not by banker, not by banker. That accountant need to prepare this statement. Banker will not prepare this particular statement. And another very important thing is preparation of bank reconciliation statement is not at all mandatory. It is completely left to the accountant. If he found any differences between cash book balance and passbook balance, and if he wished to know the reason that are causing the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance, then he need to prepare a statement. If wish, he need to prepare a statement. That statement is called as bank reconciliation statement. And another thing is it is not a part of books of account. It is not a part of books of account. It is not mandatory and it is not a part of books of account. What are the parts of books of accounts of the company? Journal, ledger, subsidiary books, trial balance. These all are parts of books of accounts of the company, but bank reconciliation statement, it is not a part of books of accounts of the company. Then it is prepared in separate paper. Yes, that is fourth feature. And fifth feature is it is prepared only when difference arises between bank balance as per cash book and bank balance as per passbook. Meaning, if cash book balance and passbook balance are matching, no need to prepare bank reconciliation statement. It is prepared only when there is a difference in bank balance as per cash book and bank balance as per passbook. These are certain important features or nature of this bank reconciliation statement. Now let us discuss what are the reasons that causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. Reasons for difference between bank balance as per cash book and bank balance as per passbook. What are the reasons? What are the situations that causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance? Here there are mainly two reasons. First reason is timing the difference of recording of transaction, meaning business and banker will not record the same transaction at a time. Businessman will record it at one time and banker will record it at another time. It causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. And another important reason is that is errors made by businessman and banker. Sometimes that businessman will commit mistake or banker will commit the mistake at the time of recording the transaction. It causes the difference between what cash book balance and passbook balance. So these are two main reasons that causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. Now let's see what are the reasons, what are the timing difference of recording of transactions that causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. See here, first one is check issued but not presented for payment. See here, you are a businessman, you have issued check, immediately you record that particular transaction in cash book, but that particular check is not yet presented for payment, so banker is not recorded that particular transaction in the passbook. It causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. Understood? Check issued, immediately we records the transaction in cash book but not yet presented for payment, so banker is not yet record the transaction in passbook. It causes the difference. Another one is check deposited into bank for collection but not yet collected. Again, similar kind of situation. We deposited check into bank for collection. Immediately we recorded that particular transaction in cash book, but that check is not yet collected by the banker, so it is not yet recorded in the passbook. It causes what? It causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. Then next one is direct debits made by the bank, that certain times banks they will charge certain fees to customers. So immediately, directly they will debit their bank account. Understood? They will not inform, just they will debit their bank account due to certain services rendered to customers. It causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. Then certain times amounts will be directly deposited into banks by customers. Even it causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance, meaning this particular entry only appears in passbook because they directly deposited that money into bank. They have not informed us. So it appears only in passbook. It will not appears in cash book. That causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. Then the next one is interest and dividend collected by the bank. Certain times banks will collect interest or dividend on behalf of its customer. When it collects, it will not inform or it will not bring it to the notice of its customer. So at that time, what happens? Only bank balance increases in passbook, but it will not increases in cash book. Understood? It appears only in passbook. It will not appears in cash book. That causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. The next one is direct payment made by the bank on behalf of customer. Direct payments made by the bank on behalf of customer. Certain time we will give standing instructions to bank, like we'll ask them to pay our electricity bill, telephone bill, water bill. We'll ask them to pay insurance premium. So as per our standing instruction, they will go on making all the payments, and every time they will not bring it to our notice. At that time, what happens? That particular transactions will appears only in passbook. They will not appears in cash book. It causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. The next one is check deposited is dishonored. Check deposited is dishonored. What it means? Check deposit is dishonored. See here, you deposited a check into bank and immediately you recorded that particular transaction in cash book, but that particular check is bounced. It means it is dishonored, meaning the person one who has given check to you, he is not having enough balances in his account. It may be one of the reason, or there is some mistake with that particular check. That is the reason the check that is deposited is dishonored. It is dishonored. So at that time, what happens? That particular entry appears only in cash book. It will not appears in the passbook. So it causes what? It causes the difference between cash book balance and passbook balance. Understood? So these are around seven prominent reasons, seven prominent things that is in connection with the timing difference of recording of business transactions in cash book and passbook. Then another one is second main reason, that is errors made by businessman or banker. Here sometimes errors will be committed by businessman. He will make wrong debit and wrong credit, and the same thing may happen with banker, like he may make wrong debit and wrong credit. That causes the difference between what? Cash book balance and passbook balance. Okay, yeah. Now let us move to next part, that is situations for preparation of bank reconciliation statement. See here, situations for preparation of bank reconciliation statement means here they will give you people one balance. You need to find out another balance. You need to find out another balance. Suppose if they gave you people bank balance as per cash book, you need to find out bank balance as per passbook. Suppose if they gave you people bank balance as per passbook, you need to find out bank balance as per cash book. Understood? And here, actually, these are two situations. And in addition to this, two more situations will come where they will give you people bank overdraft as per passbook. You need to find out bank overdraft as per cash book, or they may give you people bank overdraft as per cash book, and you need to find out bank overdraft as per passbook. So totally four situations will come. But here, among these four situations, two are one and same, and two are that remaining two are one and same. Understood? There are actually four situations, but the logic behind two situations is one and same, and remaining two situations is one and same. Here, bank balance as per cash book and bank overdraft as per passbook, these are similar kind of situations. Same logic you people need to follow in order to find out that another figure. Suppose if they are given bank balance as per cash book, you need to find out bank balance as per passbook. If they give bank overdraft as per passbook, you need to find out bank overdraft as per cash book. In these two situations or circumstances, you need to follow the same logic because these two situations are one and same. Another one is bank balance as per passbook they will give. You need to find out bank balance as per cash book, or they may give you people bank overdraft as per cash book. You need to find out bank overdraft as per passbook. Here these two situations are one and same, meaning same logic we need to follow in order to find out that another figure in both the situations. Yes, okay, yeah. This is the format of bank reconciliation statement. Yes, they may give you people opening figure as actually here you will find three columns like particulars, amount and amount. This is a statement, right? Here they may give you people opening balance as cash book balance or opening balance is a passbook balance. If they give bank balance as per cash book, you need to find out bank balance as per passbook. If they give you people bank balance as per passbook, you need to find out bank balance as per cash book. Understood? Okay. Now let us assume that they are given bank balance as per cash books. Here it is a standard situation. Most of the time they will give you people bank balance as per cash book and they will ask you people to find out bank balance as per passbook. Okay. I wish to tell you people one simple logic. If you people understood this particular logic, you people can attempt any kind of problems on bank reconciliation statement, on a bank reconciliation statement. I already told that particular logic to you people during during offline classes. Those who are not present, you can go through this particular video. By that, you people will get to know how you can attempt problems on bank reconciliation statement. Yes. See here. First of all, we should know what is the meaning of debit. I mean, what is the effect of debit and credit with cash book, and what is the effect of debit and credit in passbook? Yes. Okay, just a minute. I will show you people what is the effect of this debit and credit in cash book and passbook. See here. Yeah. Debit in cash book means balance increases. Balance increases. Okay. Next one. Credit in cash book means balance balance decreases. Balance decreases. Understood? Debit in cash book means it is a receipt. Debit side is a receipt side, credit side is a payment side. So debited in the cash book means cash balance increases. Credited in the cash book means cash balance decreases. That is bank balance here. Okay. Yeah. Debited in the cash book means bank balance increases in the cash book. Credited in the cash book means bank balance decreases in the cash book. Now, what is the effect of debit and credit in case of passbook? Debit in passbook means balance decreases. Suppose if you people withdrawn money from your bank account, which message you people will get? You people will get debit message, no, saying that your account is debited by so much amount. So debit in the passbook means balance decreases, and credit in passbook means balance balance increases. Which balance increases? Bank balance increases. We are talking about bank balance. Understood? Which statement it is? Bank reconciliation statement. Yes, tell me what is the effect of debit and credit in case of cash book? Debit in the cash book means bank balance increases. Credit in the cash book means bank balance decreases. It is completely opposite in case of passbook. Debit in passbook means balance decreases. Credit in passbook means balance increases. It is what you people should keep in mind while solving problems on bank reconciliation statement. Okay, now listen to me. I will tell you people one simple logic. By that you people can easily attempt problems on bank reconciliation statement. See here. Here, they will give you people one balance and we need to find out another balance. Assume that this is your right hand, it is cash book balance, and your left hand is a passbook balance. This is a cash book balance, this is a passbook balance. If they gave you people cash book balance, you need to find out a passbook balance, right? If they gave you people passbook balance, you need to find out a cash book balance. Are you getting my point? Yes, listen here. If they gave cash book balance, you need to find out a passbook balance. If they gave passbook balance, you need to find out a cash book balance. Cash book balance means right hand and passbook balance means left hand. See here. If they gave cash book balance, you should find out a passbook balance. Your target is passbook balance. So you should adjust your cash book balance in accordance with the passbook balance. Very simple. You should adjust your cash book balance in accordance with the passbook balance. Suppose if only cash book balance is increased, reduce it. By that you will get passbook balance. If only cash book balance is decreased, increase it. You will get passbook balance. Once again, see here. If only cash book balance is increased, reduce it, you will get passbook balance. If only cash book balance is decreased, increase it, you will get passbook balance. If only passbook balance is increased, increase cash book balance also, you will get passbook balance. If only passbook balance is decreased, reduce cash book balance also, you will get passbook balance. Understood? This is the logic which you people must follow for solving problems on bank reconciliation statement. See here, your target is passbook balance. So you should adjust your cash book balance in accordance with the passbook balance. Understood? If only cash book balance is increased, reduce it. You will get passbook balance. If only cash book balance is decreased, increase it. You will get passbook balance. If only passbook balance is increased, increase cash book balance also. You will get passbook balance. If only passbook balance is decreased, reduce cash book balance also. You will get passbook balance. This is what logic you people should follow at the time of solving problems on bank reconciliation statement. We'll take some examples. See here. They are given you people cash book balance. You need to find out passbook balance. They are given cash book balance. You need to find out passbook balance. Suppose there is one transaction, that is check issued but not presented for payment. Check issued. See here, you are an accountant. You are maintaining cash book. So check issued. Immediately you will reduce cash book balance. Immediately you people will reduce bank balance in cash book. You will reduce bank balance in cash book. But it is not yet presented for payment. What is the transaction? Check issued but not presented for payment. So you issued check. Immediately you reduce cash book balance in, sorry, immediately you people reduce bank balance in cash book, but passbook balance is same. In order to get this passbook balance, you should increase cash book balance. You should increase cash book balance. We'll take one more example. Check deposited into bank for collection but not yet collected. Check deposited into bank for collection but not yet collected. See here, you deposited check into bank, immediately you increased bank balance in cash book, but it is not collected. That is the reason passbook balance is not increased. Only cash book balance is increased. So in order to get passbook balance, you should reduce cash book balance. You should reduce cash book balance. Understood? Okay, we'll take one more example. See here, direct debits made by the bank or bank charges debited in the passbook. Bank charges debited in the passbook. I told you people know debited in the passbook means passbook balance decreases. Debited in the passbook means passbook balance is decreases. So in order to get that passbook balance, even we should reduce cash book balance. Understood? We should reduce cash book balance. Okay. Interest is credited in the passbook. Interest is credited in the passbook. Credited in the passbook means passbook balance increases. Understood? So in order to find out this passbook balance, we should increase even cash book balance. Understood? So this is the simple logic that you people need to follow in order to solve problems on bank reconciliation statement. Once again, we'll see what is the effect of debit and credit in cash book and passbook. See here, debit in cash book means bank balance increases. Credit in cash book means bank balance decreases. Once again, debit in cash book means bank balance increases and credit in cash book means bank balance decreases. Similarly, in passbook, it is completely opposite. No, debit in passbook means bank balance decreases, right? And credit in passbook means bank balance increases. Understood? So what is the logic? If only cash book balance is increased, reduce it, you will get passbook balance. If only cash book balance is decreased, increase it, you will get passbook balance. If only passbook balance is increased, increase cash book balance also, you will get passbook balance. If only passbook balance is decreased, reduce cash book balance also, you will get passbook balance. Understood? So it is how you people need to solve problems on bank reconciliation statement. If they give cash book balance, you need to find out passbook balance. If they give passbook balance, you need to find out cash book balance. Yes. Another important thing I wanted to tell you people, that is, see here, just now whatever logic I told, it should be applied for when they will give cash book balance and when we are going to find out passbook balance. Suppose if they give passbook balance, our target will be cash book balance. Our target will be cash book balance. Now, again, don't apply that particular logic. What you people should do is, you should assume that they are given cash book balance only, and you are going to find out passbook balance. With that imagination, you people need to assign plus and minus signs to all the transactions. Later, just you need to interchange the signs. By that, you people will get bank balance as per cash book from bank balance as per passbook. Understood? Once again, I will repeat. Yes, listen to me properly. See here, whatever logic I told you people just now, this logic is applied when they will give cash book balance and we are going to find out a passbook balance. Suppose if they give passbook balance, you need to find out cash book balance. At that time, what we should do? See here, make one assumption. That assumption is, assume that they are given you people cash book balance only. With this assumption, you just decide when you should increase the balance and when you should reduce the balance. Understood? With the assumption of that they are given cash book balance, you should assign plus and minus sign. Later, you people need to interchange those signs. Automatically, you will get right answer. That is, you will get bank balance as per cash book from bank balance as per pass. Understood? So it is what theory part I thought to cover in this particular video. In my next video, you people will find certain problems on bank reconciliation statement. We'll take both the situations, that is when they will give cash book balance, we need to find out passbook balance, or when they will give passbook balance, we need to find out cash book balance. We'll take both the situations and we'll solve two problems on bank reconciliation statement in my next video. Yes, please go through the theory part, because theory part is very important and you people should know the effect of debit and credit in cash book and passbook. Yes, let us continue it in my next video. Thank you so much.